In this video, we're gonna play in open G with a slide, but we're playing in the key of D, and we're gonna add some sweet tones in there. You're gonna wanna check this one out. So let's have a listen, and I'll come back and break it down. Hey, John here from the Blues Guitar Institute, and this is your Tuesday Blues, where every single week we cover a cool acoustic or sometimes slide guitar lesson rooted in the blues to help you play the music that you love, and that's what we're about to do. Let's get into it. In the last lesson, we covered how you can really think about playing in open G, but play in a different key. And we used the D7 arpeggio to kind of get us moving around the neck. Well, today we're gonna add some more sweet tones and really put it to work in that piece that you just heard. Now, this one is steeped in some funkiness. We've got a lot happening with the rhythm here. It's syncopated. We've got a lot that kind of comes at you on the offbeat. So if you're counting out the eighth notes, you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're playing a lot on the ands. Case in point, when we jump into this thing, we're delaying the start and coming in on the and of 1. So you count it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And on the and of 1, we're gonna slide into the 7th fret, hit the A and the D. That's strings 4 and 3. All right, so we're kind of thinking D here, right? Those two, actually we can flesh out D major right there on those 3 strings, but we're not playing the 2nd string here. But we're definitely hinting and feeling D here. Then we come back for one of these quick little pump on the 4th string there. Just a little grace note on our way to accentuating, really calling out this flat 7, this C. So this is where we're starting to really let everybody know that we're playing some blues and we're playing with this dominant 7th sound. Real cool bluesy tone. All right, so that's the first move. Then we're gonna slide up here to the 8th fret. All right, now that's a G note, and G is actually the 4th of D. All right, so that's not in the arpeggio, and it's still a really sweet and cool tone to use. So we're going to make use of it here. Then we're going to go back down. We're going to flatten out to the flat 3rd, or if this is the 4th, that's the major 3rd, the F sharp, but then F natural is here on the 6th fret, and we're going to approach the major 3rd, right? We don't actually get there. We're sliding on the 2nd string, starting at the 6th fret, on our way to the 7th fret, but we don't get there on the 2nd string. We actually do this move where we get there on the 3rd string, 7th fret. That's our root. Our good slide playing is really due in large part to good muting technique. So we're going to use that by laying down here, muting out all strings that we don't want to hear. Notice that as soon as I plucked that 3rd string, the 2nd string was released of its duty. We're not playing on it, and this finger, index finger, came down to mute it. If you're not playing a string, put a finger on it, all right? That way you don't hear any extra noise coming from the slide or anything. We just want to hear the notes singing. Then we come back and do another one of these moves where we hit the A on the 4th string on our way to the flat 7, the C note. Okay, for the 2nd measure, we're going to basically repeat everything that we're doing rhythmically, but we're going to change up the last little bit of the lick. Instead of coming down like that, what we're going to do is go up instead. So we're kind of sliding back from the 8th down to the 7th, hitting that root note, the D, before sliding up to the A, the perfect 5th. Okay, really strong tone here to call out. Same thing with the muting. When I'm not playing a string, I'm choking it out just by putting a finger on top of it. All right, then we go back. Do that again from the first measure. For this final phrase, we're really going to play up another sweet interval, the major second, or think of it as the ninth if you like, but it's basically coming up from D to E. And we're going to make a big deal about it in this final phrase. And to me, it adds something a little unexpected when you're getting gritty and bluesy in that dominant seventh vibe. But to me, that's part of the magic of a part like this. So let's hear what it sounds like. And of course, we're going to play it in context. All right, so we're sliding into it and doing a double slide. And to me, that adds some accent to the note. You really know you're there because you said it twice. Right? If I really want to make a point, I might as well say it again. Then I'm sliding down to the root, the D. Then I'm going to get into this little mini shape here and hit my A, which is the fifth of D, so a really strong tone in this key. And then the C, which is our flat 7. And I'm going to play with that flat 7 by saying it again, right? I'm going to repeat that note before coming home to the root. That flat 7 really wants to go home to the root. Mixing this up as far as slide and fretted notes. Slide, slide back, fretted notes, slide in to that D. I think it sounds really cool to let that last note where we're kind of coming home and resolving to D, to let that be played with the slide. Then we can drip some vibrato on that. So here's that last part, playing it again from the main rhythm in bar 3 that gets us there. Now, I've got this tabbed out for premium members, and that'll help you kind of get inside and study this, but the bigger picture here and the real point of this video is to start simple with the arpeggio, the D7 arpeggio, and really hammer those notes home, but then start dressing it up and find your way around the fretboard, knowing that arpeggio cold, and then dress it up, color the tones, make it yours with some of these tones that we've just covered in this lesson and a little bit in the last lesson with the perfect fourth, the minor third, the major third move, and then now that major second. You can use that tone in a bluesy way, and to me it adds some sweetness, a little something unexpected. All right, that wraps up this lesson. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you dig it, give me a thumbs up, consider hitting that subscribe button, and be sure to pick up my guide. I've got a guide that will help you clean up your slide playing. All you got to do is click the link on the screen in the description somewhere around here, get signed up, and download it. And be sure to come on back next Tuesday for another Acoustic Blues lesson. I hope to see you there. Until then, practice smart and play on.